In the Middle East today, a Palestinian day of rage over President Trump's move to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and relocate the U.S. embassy. There were 30 separate clashes in the West Bank and Gaza, and more protests throughout the Muslim world. At least 2 people were killed. Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, was in the middle of one of those clashes in Jerusalem.
Today, Palestinian anger erupted in Jerusalem's Old City.
The police have moved in quickly to break up the protests. They are not allowing the protesters to move out of the Old City. But I don't think this is over.
Palestinians claim Jerusalem is their capital too. But Israel showed them just who runs this city.
Okay, you don't need to push it. All right. Problem with being pushed. We found ourselves directly in the middle here. The Israeli security forces are trying to break up the demonstration, but before they were able to congregate. But the Palestinians, this is their way of showing that they don't accept the Israeli claim to Jerusalem.
It was an aggressive crackdown, but over quickly.
Jerusalem is for everything for us as Palestinians. We can't live without Jerusalem.
Anger over President Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital also at the UN today, where U.S. allies stood side by side in criticism.
We disagree with the U.S. decision. It is not in line with Security Council resolutions.
UN Ambassador Nikki Haley.
The UN has done much more damage to the prospects for Middle East peace than to advance them. We will not be a party to that.
But people here fear with President Trump's move, the peace process is over. Richard Engel, NBC News, Jerusalem.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.